Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a game that may have just completely taken over the JRPG genre. In Persona 5 we'll take on the role of a quote-unquote criminal, though that's actually really total bullshit, but anyway. He was transferred to a new town since it has the only high school that will accept him. Will be looked after by the owner of a coffee and curry shop, and yeah, that is an actual real thing in Japan, and apparently it's not as bad as it seems. During the day we'll be a normal high school student and take part in school activities as one does, and we will have to behave since we're not exactly in the best position. After school we would be free to do whatever we want, but we'll be talking about that in a second. However, in the evening we will travel to the metaverse and infiltrate places known as palaces, which in other words are the corrupted hearts of certain people. Let's just say it's the way said people see a certain place. So for example, the first palace we visit belongs to an abusive teacher that sees the school as his castle, with the students being the slaves, and that's exactly what we will see in the palace in the metaverse. So yeah, so I think first we should talk about gameplay. So let's divide the gameplay in the different times of day. So in the morning, as I said, we will be at school. As a normal high school student, normally all we have to do is answer certain questions in class that, if you answer correctly, will raise your knowledge stat. Though at most points you will be investigating in your free time, or maybe sometimes there's special events at school depending what the day is. After school you decide really what you want to do, from various activities from baseball to burger challenges to hanging out with friends. Depending on what you decide to do will train certain stats, or depending on who you hang out with and how you treat them, you will build a better relationship with that person. And this is in no way boring. There are so many things to be done, so many people to hang out with, so many different activities, things to be unlocked. It is absolutely huge, and to be honest, exploring the different areas of Japan is an absolute blast. Come night and we will enter the metaverse. We will enter a palace, which is a dungeon based around somebody's corrupted hearts, like we mentioned before. All these dungeons are handcrafted and they are not randomly generated. So this is where the battles come into play. The battles in this game are turn based, and they're kind of complex while at the same time they're not complicated. And they are very slick. Each character can summon personas, including personas that we can convince to join us in mid-battle, which is a very cool feature. You also be able to use a pretty cool fusing system where you fusion two weaker personas and make a stronger one. We can use different weapons that have limited amount of ammo until we go back to the real world, and perform some nice special moves, all based on knowing what the enemy is weak against. Though at the start of the game the dungeons will be very linear, the more we advance the more freedom we will get, and some very nice optional things can be found. As for the graphics, the anime style works great for the different places we visit in Japan, and the level of detail is absolutely phenomenal. From the train stations to the dungeons to the slick menus and style, making this definitely one of the game's strong points. The soundtrack, being a type of jazz, somehow works really well, though personally I would have liked a bit more variety in genre of music, but it's definitely not bad, and I think it's just more of a personal opinion. Overall, this game will definitely raise the bar for JRPGs, since we have not seen one this good in absolute decades. And to be honest, most games in general should take note of this game. For me, it is an absolutely easy 9.5 out of 10, and if you own a PS4, this should definitely be in your library. Persona 5 is now available exclusively for PlayStation. So yeah guys, have some fun with this game. I hope this review was helpful. If it was, please go like and subscribe. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, and we'll see you next time guys.